Welcome back to the Best Damn W Show, episode 32. We ain't gonna be too somber, man. I'm your host, Jay, with my brother and sister Lo and Nick. My little brother Wiley on the ones and twos. Oh man, how's everybody doing? You know what I realized? I ain't talked to y'all much today. I've been out all day, but how y'all doing?
Good as ever, man. Long day. Went to go hoop a little bit. But
You was
good,
hooping?
Man. I hooped today, man.
Yeah, his little cousin was checking him, talking shit to him the other day.
Yeah. I was playing it cool on him at first. Then he started talking. I'm like, all right, now I gotta turn it.
Never go easy.
Playing cool on him. What's that?
Yeah, I was let him shoot. You know what I'm saying? I was sagging off a little bit, and he started shooting, started making shots.
No, man, I
don't. Trophies on here.
No, man, no, I don't even let Maverick shoot. I'm blocking that shit.
Even on the little Tykes court, my son tried to shoot that. Boom! I'm blocking it.
I'm blocking that shit every time when I pull that shit out. Yeah, I don't play that shit, man. I don't play that shit at all.
Had to back him down. Pause. Like. Get to the ring.
You ain't got to say that. We know you.
I know, but you know how people is.
Listen, Nicholas, we're adults, okay? We don't say, you know what I'm saying? Come on, now. We're adults. We know
what you're talking about.
What's up, Meg? What's up, Lamar?
What's going on? Hey, before we get started, I was listening to a podcast, or I want to ask, while you answer this shit too, how many 10-year-olds can y'all beat up?
How many what?
How many 10-year-olds?
Yeah, how many 10-year-olds can you beat up?
Hey, I watched Kevin. Kevin Tony too.
Yes, how many 10-year-olds? Hey,
I ain't gonna lie, these 10-year-olds big as hell now. Okay.
All right, so hey, I'm with Tony. I'm watching the biggest ones first, getting them out the way.
Hold on, you mean like they're all attacking you, or is this one-on-one?
No. They were like, you got.
No, they all coming like zombies.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How many can you take out? Look, take the big ones out first. Wash them.
Yeah, you gotta get them out the way. First. Big ones are the slowest.
Man, I'm 300 of them kids. This is Sparta. I'm kicking somebody dead in the chest.
Yeah. I'm taking at least 15 to 20 easy.
Yeah,
easy. I probably got a good 5 in me before I get tired.
Tony Baker said
unless my adrenaline popping.
Tony Baker said the average size was like 64 to like 102 pounds. 14.
They're also probably my height, so
facts.
And why they ain't too far from you either, buddy.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
It wasn't me this time, Wiley.
Hey, no, that's fine. Birthday's coming up. Old man strength has kicked in.
Hey, that is true. I won't lie about that. Now, old man strength is true. Old man strength.
It is.
I remember growing up, my brother started smelling himself and stepped to my dad. And I literally begged him, I'm like, please don't do this. Like, daddy got grown man strength. Like, you about to get your ass beat, boy.
Please don't do that shit, boy.
I was just in the middle, like, please, like, don't do this. And my dad was like, yeah, go ahead and try it. He was ready to knock his ass out. Go ahead and try it.
Yeah, that shit different. I'm not looking forward to that day when one of these boys try me. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking forward.
They're every single one because you got 4. They all want to try at one point in time.
Yeah, boys always try.
They always want to try this shit.
They got to,
Jay.
Right up past
try and jump you. They might actually try and jump you, Jay.
Yo, I'm about to.
That would be smart, and you can't even get mad because that's like, damn, I raised them. You know, one band, one sound. Like, we all fighting, so you can't even really get mad.
No, I definitely couldn't. I thought that shit was funny. I heard that shit say Tony Baker said he would beat up 2017-year-olds.
That's so random.
It is. It is like, random.
That's very random.
It's very random, but I thought that shit was funny. I wanted to see what y'all thought about that shit. I didn't think of no number. I know I'm knocking a few of them out though. 10-year-old, but they all, like you said, some are big. Some are big.
And they got endless energy at that age too.
Man, yo, can you imagine like 3 minutes? Like, what's a minute in boxing? I mean, a round in boxing. 3 minutes in boxing? Could you imagine 3 minutes of 10-year-olds rushing you, bro?
Bro, 30 seconds in a fight is long. People don't feel like if you ever been in a fight, 30 seconds is long.
It is, bro.
A minute is long.
It is. If you never did boxing, that 3 minutes is a long time if you getting your ass whooped.
I've never done boxing, but I've gotten to a few scuffles in my lifetime.
Yeah, and that shit do. Yeah. Well, how long scuffles be? Scuffles be like 30 seconds to a minute usually, right? It don't usually be that long. Scuffles usually. But man,
Yeah,
that should be tiring.
It don't be that long, but
it be tiring. You right though.
Shit.
No. Yeah. That shit do be tiring. So I can imagine 10-year-olds because they don't stop. They won't stop coming. That shit is funny though. But let's get into this shit, man. We're gonna start off on the. We're gonna start with you, Lo. Well, let me just say, I know all of us was getting text messages. I know you was, Lo, Nick. I was getting text messages. People was texting me. It's like, man, you the first person I thought about when I saw it. First of all, I was like, damn, I didn't know you was watching women's hoops. That's what the first thing I was thinking. Right. These messages for people, because you had to be watching it if you was, because it happened at the beginning of the game. But I was like, yeah, man, I'm speechless. I don't know what this. I don't even know what to say. We waited all night for this, and here we are with this. But Lo, I'm gonna start with you. What does this mean?
Just an unfortunate situation. First and foremost, prayers out to Juju and her family. All the people that care about her, because she's gonna need them on this difficult journey to try to regain the strength in her knee, regain the confidence, regain all of that. And I think physically she's young, so she'll be fine. But I think it's the mental aspect of it, because this is her first real major injury. And so when you have a major injury like this, you start to not trust your body. And Juju is a very aggressive player that likes to attack the rim. That's a big part of her game. And so, and so in order to do that, and in order to continue to do that, she has to trust that knee and plant on it. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing, trying to get, just the psychological aspect of it back. Few things about it, because people were talking so nasty about the whole thing.
Nasty.
We all know how important Juju is to women's college basketball and just women's basketball in general. We all know that she is up next. We all know that she is the next one. But we all watched the same game. Mississippi State was not being dirty. They were not purposely trying to injure her. They weren't doing these things. And so for people to send them death threats and make people delete their social media, y'all are sick in the head. These are kids at the end of the day. These are 17, 18, 19-year-old kids. Would you want somebody talking to your kid like that? Would you want somebody talking to your niece or nephew like that? It's at the end of the day, it's a basketball game, and Judea will play basketball again. Okay. I know we're all sad because we're sad about the possibilities of her winning a title this year. We're sad about the possibilities of her ending Paige's career, because I said that she would, right? We're sad about just not being able to see her on this stage, because we know how much of a competitor she is, and we know how important March Madness is. People that are super competitive, this is the time. This is what you work all hard for during the summer. This is what you work hard for your whole life, to play in a chance to get a national championship. And I think it hurts even more because it's not a clear-cut winner this year. It's up in the air. Anybody could honestly win. The top teams can honestly win. So I feel bad for her, but I also feel bad for the Mississippi State players. They do not deserve all of what they're receiving. No one tried to intentionally hurt her. People are dissecting it. Look at the angle they came in and cut her off. Who is going to let you just have an open layup? Is that not basketball?
Right. She trying to knock the ball away from her the way she was going. What we doing, man?
It's just kind of the discourse around it is just nasty. And the last thing I'll say before I swing it to Nick is I also am very just disgusted by sports media, the way that they're covering it. Why is the video still online? Why are we repeatedly playing this video of her tearing her ACL? Do you think her family wants to see that? Do you think
you got that picture of her yelling?
Yes, why is the ESPNW or whatever site it was on? Why is that the picture of her holding her knee crying? Why? Why do y'all do that to Black women? That shit is disgusting. It's so nasty. And I'm not just saying it only happens to Black women, but that's what I see on my timeline. When something happens, they always portray Black women in a certain way. Why do we need to see that? We all saw it on national TV. Why do we need to keep seeing that? Put a regular picture up of her and say she tore her ACL and prayers up, well wishes, whatever the case may be. So ESPN, First Take, all these places have not said shit about Juju all year, but now all of a sudden they're talking about her ad nauseum in her injury. Please. And this is why I'm begging the people that have power, give independent media, give people that have put time into the game that actually enjoy women's basketball a shot to cover it. Not these people that are just doing it to hop on them because they feel like they can get clout if they say, you know, Caitlin Clark's name or Angel Reese's name or Juju's name. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, these people don't care about these women. Like, they don't care about any of this. So it's just disgusting. You know, she literally already has more points than Caitlin Clark, but did we hear about that? No. The only thing we heard about on ESPN was that she was injured. But don't get me started because I know how I feel about 12. My favorite player. And I'm just wishing her the best, man. It was a sad day. People was calling me like my best friend died or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's just basketball. She'll be back. And just prayers out to her. I'm just praying for her mental during this time. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I'll be real. I mean, just thinking about it again, just got me sad all over again, to be honest, man. You know, definitely prayers out for Ju. You know, hopefully, you know, get a speedy recovery. But just me watching and just watching it live, just her go down, I instantly just knew that it was something serious. I didn't want it to be, you know, I was hoping, okay, this might be like just a low sprain on the knee or something like that. She'll be able to get up and get back into the game. Or even if she did miss the rest of the game, possibly be back and ready for the Sweet 16. But once I saw her get carried off the floor, she just wasn't able to walk by herself. I knew it was something serious. Yeah. And when they announced that it was a torn ACL later the next morning, it just sucks, man. Because I honestly feel like Juju was really playing at her best leading up to the injury. I mean, we even talked about her emerging as the front runner for National Player of the Year. I mean, even though we thought it was hand and dog all year, but then just watching her get those 2 wins against UCLA, and then of course, you know, her being able to lead USC is one of the top contenders in the country. I thought Juju was playing her best basketball, honestly. For this to happen, and I'm sure this is probably the last thing Ju definitely wanted to happen, especially as she's on the hunt for a national championship. Regardless of whether people believe that USC could pull it off or not, as long as 12 was on the floor, you know, they always had a chance, honestly. So, but look, I do give credit to USC. Because even when Juju went down, you know, they put their head down, still found a way to win that game. I thought Kiki Finn had a strong performance. I think she had like 36-9 in that matchup. Kennedy Smith stepped up to the table, Avery Howell as well. And also, you know, my thoughts are with Mississippi State as well, because I know that they had to face a lot of scrutiny, especially after that play. And you could tell they were rattled even after that play happened, honestly, not even just for Juju, but just like all the heckling that went on against them, you know, even throughout the rest of the game. And even that clip that came out, like right after the game, it was Rhea Marshall. I think she was talking. I can't remember like exactly which player she was talking to, but she was trying to go at it with a few other players. Like, just stop everybody. Like, it was a basketball play. It was not something that was intended. Like, I'm sure they were not intending to actually injure Juju. You know what I'm saying? Even though, I mean, I get it. I mean, we all know that 12 was the best player on the floor, but I'm sure they did not have that intention of purposely injuring her. When you look at the play, which I've seen the play like at least 10 times. It was not any attention. It was no contact, honestly. Ju was trying to make a play. They're trying to play defense, and she just happened to go down with a nasty injury. It just happened like that. But overall, obviously this is a minor setback for Juju. It's unfortunate because we have to see her miss the rest of this tournament, but then also potentially miss all of next year as well. So yeah, it is a minor setback, but I mean, it's like Lo said. I mean, she's only 19 years old, so she should be able to recover from this like really quickly, honestly. But also, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I don't want her to rush either. I mean, definitely take your time as far as coming back from this injury, because whenever Juju does come back, we want to see her at her absolute best. Like, I don't want to see Juju 75%, 85%. I want to see her at 100% back, fully ready to go, honestly. So at the end of the day, you know, it sucks because, you know, we're gonna have to wait for Juju to make her return, but I do want her to come as stronger than before.
Yeah, I just want to say something really quickly. I don't mind Rhea Marshall doing that at all, actually. I think it's multiple things, right? Emotions are high. She's thinking it's a dirty play because they weren't replaying the replay like that in the you know, and they're not going to keep replaying that in the stadium because Juju's family's there, the community is there. They're not going to keep playing that injury in the stadium. So in her mind, she's thinking that it was a dirty play. So you damn right. If I think it's a dirty play, you damn right I'm stepping to whoever. Like, I'm stepping to whoever over the best player on my team. That's my sister. You know what I'm saying?
And she know her championship is over.
Correct. She's a senior. Correct. She's a senior and she knows her chances of winning the championship is done now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, but regardless of like the winning, regardless of the competitive side of it, like that's my sister. I'm going to war for her. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in the locker room together. They spent 2 years together, you know, during the summertime, during the winter time. Like they're all, you know, they're family. And so, listen, I've done a lot more for less, to be honest. So I had no problem with it. But that's why I just tweeted, I think her anger was misplaced because she didn't see exactly, you know, the same vantage points that we got to see with the multiple replays, unfortunately. And then just the last thing, I think that you said something important, Nick, in regards to her not coming back quickly. That's my fear. My fear is that since she's so young, she will bounce back very quickly, but she shouldn't come back too quickly because that's when you see things like what happens with Derrick Rose when he tore his and then he just he kept re-injuring it because everyone knew when he came back, it was just a little bit too soon for him to come back. You know what I'm saying? And so I agree she needs to be 100%. And I think their management of her ACL tear is going to be very important for the rest of her career, because if she comes back too early and she tears it again, that's like, it's going to affect her overall career. So she's so young in her career. Do it the right way. Like I know y'all gonna want her to come back to compete next year, but Juju should not be touching the floor next year, honestly, in my opinion.
Fall 26 is when I should see her again on the basketball court. And you don't want nobody to come back fast where everything is connected to the lower body. You don't want to come back fast and then you fuck around, tear your Achilles in the same leg. You don't want to do that either. So it's like fall of 26. That's when we want to see her ass back on the court. We don't. Correct. I know people talking about she can come back next tournament. No, because she hasn't played regular basketball. Do you come back in a tournament? The competitiveness is up higher.
Mm-hmm.
It's lifted. This ain't regular season hoops. You know what I'm saying? This ain't October, November. So you don't want to do that because she's gonna go hard with it. So it's gonna suck. But this whole situation sucks. Injuries just suck. Period. We can't play with injuries off like it's a video game. And just seeing.
Think about this though. Does that changes the trajectory of possibly, you know, I'm not trying to look too far ahead, but that changes the trajectory of possibly the 2027 draft class. Because who knows if she even comes out. Exactly.
She can come out in 28. 2028. So who knows? Who knows? I know she's going to use, she should be using a red shirt, but who knows if she's going to do that or not. I
don't think she's going to use the red shirt.
I don't think she's going to use it. I think she's going to miss it.
She should.
Yeah, I think that she should use it. I think that would be best. I mean, I don't think she should be in a rush to go pro, especially considering now what their circumstances are coming off of this major injury. So if I were her, I would use that extra year and come out in 2028. But I understand maybe just from a competitive standpoint, you know, she may want to, you know, go
I think it depends on how it goes in 2027. I think if they get to a championship, she's gone. She's definitely gone. And if she's confident in her knee, like if she's playing like old Juju and not like how Rory is playing this year, then she's definitely. But if she comes back and plays like how Rory is playing this year, how you can still see that she's not 100%, she's hesitant, she's not really trusting the knee, then sister needs to stay another year for sure.
She definitely does. But yeah, man, prayers to Juju, man. It's just
for sure.
It's just rough, man. Like Lo has talked to her. I've talked to her, you know, been around. Like her spirit is just, you know, she a cool kid, and just seeing her like that, man. And then it just pisses us all off. Like Lo was saying earlier, is that the media doing like they doing, and it's just even like last year, man, she was dropping 55 points and shit. Nobody's even talking about her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just even this year is just bad, and just this injury. And I saw somebody in the chat talking about Cam Brink. You didn't even see hers. I don't even know what her injury looked like. I don't even know. I know Cam Brink tore her ACL. I don't even know what that injury looked like. I don't even know what play it was. None of that. You know, I couldn't even tell you.
It's just mad disturbing though. Like who wants to see that?
Exactly.
That video constantly.
After I saw the first time, I said I never need to see that again. Like I literally never need to see that again ever. You know what I'm saying? Like why do I need to keep analyzing it?
I just scroll past every time I see it on my timeline.
I said it's the. I mean, I'm an occupational therapist, so as soon as she went down and I was like, wasn't much.
I knew what that was.
I said, yeah, I ain't trying to say it out loud. I don't want to speak it, but like, you know, I've seen it so many times.
Yeah, I knew what that was. The hollering, the all fuck. Man, listen, I know what that is right there, man.
Oh, that's what she said. I ain't even see that.
Yeah, when I saw that, all fuck, and Juju ain't the type of person that's gonna lay on the ground like that.
Exactly. Yeah, she don't stay down too long. So some people have been blaming Lindsay for even letting her play in that game. They said that they could have beat Mississippi State without Juju because she was already banged up in the previous game. Remember, she hurt her pinky. She hurt not blaming. Okay, I won't say blaming Lindsay, but some people are questioning Lindsay even putting her out there. What do y'all think?
That's hindsight. You know what I'm saying? It's hindsight at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because you think you can beat Mississippi State. You know what I'm saying? Going into it, but you don't want to take that chance. Imagine they sit Juju, right? And they lose that game.
Wait, they wanted her to sit the whole game?
They wanted her to they thought that she could rest in the Mississippi State game because, she's had nagging injuries.
Man, I'm not, you can't play like that. This ain't no series. This ain't no series. Yeah,
my rebuttal was, yes, they cooked Mississippi State, but multiple things happened. Number one, Juju went out, they were already up about 15 points. So it's easy to play looser when you're up more points. And then number two, I think Mississippi State just flat out gave up. Like, I think they were so shook.
That was so embarrassing.
They were rattled. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I think that whole thing with Juju had them fucked up mentally so bad. Like, they couldn't even play up there.
They were shook. I mean, they probably, and especially if people were yelling stuff, I'm sure, they were shook. So who knows how the game would have been if she completely sat out. But regardless, in March, people have injuries. Like, that's what
happens. Yeah, you can't sit your best player in a win or go home situation, especially not in a round of 32. You just can't play with that.
If they would have lost and Lindsay would have rested Juju, we would have been on her ass.
On her ass, dog. On her ass. Could you imagine getting that alert before the game talking about Juju sitting out for rest?
Juju bench in the fourth quarter. Juju only got 22 minutes in the game. What? Mississippi State wins, pulls the upset. Excuse me?
There's no way. Yo, Lindsay will be getting cooked right now for that. So, I mean, she's still getting cooked now because people talking about she was overused.
That's right, though, because people still blame Gino for that Page injury, too. Because I think they were up 30-something whenever Page got hurt.
They were up a lot. Let me read some of these comments. Juju has talked about getting to the pros so many times. I think she enters in 2027. It went from we're not covering, I guess, the sport to with Juju injured, it's over. Ratings will collapse. This will be a huge setback. So much overreaction from the media. I mean, people are already, I'm not even trying to just add more fuel to the fire, but the real SC matchup, people are already requesting for refunds. In November.
For real?
I don't blame
I don't blame my hotel. I easily unbooked. I easily canceled that trip. You think I'm going all the way across the country?
No. I'm actually salty that about Notre Dame USC game too. I'm like, damn.
Right, we had so
that shit was in South Bend. That shit was gonna be in South Bend. I'm like, damn, dog.
Right. It's not just Lindsay, Gino, Moki, Ivy, and other coaches will play their best players on the court so long when they're up 30, 40 points in the fourth quarter is too common. I agree with that.
Some of these teams, and you know what? You know what? Those teams, especially Lindsay and Ivy, they ain't got no bench. So sometimes they ain't got no choice but to play some of these players. Sometimes.
But if you want 40, bro, you not. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. No, you do gotta sit. You gotta start sitting them down. You can't do like a whole hockey change sometimes, but you do gotta start sitting.
I think Gino does. Out of those coaches that they named, I think Gino does the best job in regards to being up and then kind of sitting them, because this year Paige has sat a decent amount in the fourth quarter. Again, they're playing Georgetown and Xavier, so she can sit, but
man, I can't even remember her ACL injury, man. I remember. Like, damn.
I remember that.
I don't remember the play. I
don't remember back to back. It was just because what she fractured her, or she did something to her kneecap, I think first, her patella, or was it her tibia? And then she did her ACL, and it wasn't the MCL or something.
Man, but I just hate any injuries, man.
I want to say Paige did it in the off season, if I remember, or maybe not.
One of them were during the game.
Yeah, I do remember one of them during the game, but I feel like I
can't remember. I try to, when people start tearing shit, man, I try to remember that shit. Oh man, I just hate. I hate to this day. I hate still seeing Derrick Rose lay on the ground. I still hate seeing that shit.
Traumatizing. But the only reason why I remember vividly about the whole Page injury is because that's the same year, everybody's favorite player blew up.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, man. I don't want to keep talking about this man be sad because that shit was a sad night, man. I was just speechless. Like,
Hold on, we're
I
losing.
don't want
What
to keep
the
talking about her.
fuck? Oh, sorry, bruh.
Oh yeah, they are. Yo, Lakers were up like 11-2.
Yeah.
Braun got his 11 points, so he gonna chill now. Fuck out of here.
Oh
I ain't
man,
gonna
that's
lie,
so
Bron-
funny.
Bron-
Been
Bron
winning
was
the
supposed to show
whole,
out.
been winning the entire game, cooking them, and I literally tweeted. I said, "We keep Indiana's too close. We're keeping them too close. We're letting them hang around." And look what happened. These bro, they blow me. Go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah, Lamar.
Before we
talking
move
about
on,
Lamar, and they got a game with UConn. All of them. Go ahead, Wiley.
hey, before we move on to Nick to help you out here. So the first injury for Paige was during the game against Notre Dame. That was December 2021. August 2022, she tore ACL in a pickup basketball game.
Yeah, so it was an off season. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then the knee injury that happened this year in January.
Did she have a knee injury this year?
I'm about to say I don't remember that.
Yeah, she went down. You know, she was only out for a couple of games, but
She was out.
She went down for a few.
Cause they don't play nobody, Nick. That's why we didn't.
I don't remember this at all. I don't remember this ever being reported. That's the thing. I keep up with a lot of things too.
Like, yo, you remember when Hannah sat out this year for an injury? We didn't even. It was like they was playing against nobody, so it wasn't really reported that heavy because they beat the dog shit out of them. But all right, man, let's move on to this tournament, man. How's everybody's bracket? Chat. Listen, the brackets are just looking crazy, and you can do your second chance brackets too out there. They put them out there if you want to start over just for fun and see what how it's gonna turn out. But man, these brackets are looking crazy. Man, we had some upsets. Well, I don't know. I think the only upset was Oregon over Vanderbilt. Nick.
Yeah.
Nick, you
Hold on, we won. Hey, we won. Fuck out of here. Okay, go ahead.
My team
shit. We had some upsets, man. We had the Alabama Maryland double overtime. Man, that was a great game.
It was the best game so far in the tournament to me.
That was yeah. Definitely was.
That was a good one. That was a really good game. I know that was a long fight for Alabama going home.
Too.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that one. Who else? What else we have going? What else? What were some other big games that I can't think of nothing else that
Kansas State upset Kentucky. I think that was a big
yeah, that was a good game. That was probably been the game of the tournament so far until Alabama Maryland. Honestly, that Kansas and Kansas State Kentucky game was really good.
I'm not gonna lie. Georgia Amore had a great look and just smoked it. She had a great look to end the game and just smoked. They would have won the game. That was a great look, man.
That was a great out of bounds play by them. And she just missed it. That's sometimes you know how hoops is. That's how it is. But man, Nick, how you feel about up to this point so far, man?
My bracket's fucked up. It was fucked up from the beginning. I keep saying every year I'm like, you know what, I'm just not even gonna do a bracket because I know that it's just gonna get busted in the first round, and somehow I still do it, and then it get busted in the first round. I'll start with the first upset. Give credit to Oregon, for being able to upset Vanderbilt. I thought Vanderbilt had enough firepower to be able to get the win. It's crazy. I wasn't even watching the game, and Lo was giving us updates in the group chat, and then she was saying, yo, Vanderbilt's down 13 and a half. And I was like, what?
Right. Yeah. I'm like, y'all need to tap in.
I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then I had to hurry up and rush home, watch the rest of the game, and then obviously that game went into overtime. And I'm gonna say something. Everybody brace yourselves, because I know it's gonna shock the world, man. I was impressed with Deja Kelly.
You was impressed with who?
Deja Kelly. I gotta admit it. Not even just in this game here, but even in the second round game when they played against Duke, I thought she had a really strong showing. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get the win, but I was impressed. I gotta admit, I was impressed. But back to the whole Vanderbilt thing, I think it's just a young team. Obviously, this is the first time in the tournament. I can't even remember the last time Vanderbilt was even in the tournament, honestly. So this was a new environment for them. This was a new situation for them. And I think they're going to bounce back. I mean, obviously, Michaela Blakes, I thought she was the best freshman this year. She's definitely going to have a much better sophomore year, if you ask me. I'm glad that Camille Pierre decided to stay because I saw that she had entered the portal. She wasn't even in the portal for like 12 hours, I don't even think. But glad that she was able to go back. Because I think Vanderbilt is really building something special out there. So I think it's just best to keep that core group together and just see what they could possibly do. I mean, they're in a tough SEC conference, but they could possibly make something happen, honestly. And then of course other games as well. I'll go ahead and get it out of the way. Florida State got beat. They got the dog shit beat out of them by LSU.
Out of nowhere, man. That shit happened so fast.
They scored 6 points in the third quarter. That's not going to win you.
Yeah, man.
I'm just going to call that as it is. Not enough. 6 points in the third quarter. And honestly, to tell the truth, we didn't get offensive production from nobody else besides Tanaya Latson. She scored the first 12 points of the game for Florida State. They didn't get nothing else. I thought Michaela Timpson was going to give a stronger performance, but unfortunately, I'll just call it what it is. She got outplayed by Anissa Morrow, who had damn near triple double, which was just flat out insane. But even with Tanaya being like a one woman show out there in the first half, like Florida State was still down 1 1/2 time, and then next they can't make shots in the third quarter. The rotations on defense were terrible. Next thing you know, LSU's up 30, and I'm like, well, whatever, fuck it. So I ended up missing a really great Alabama Maryland game just to watch
them lose by 30.
So I'm still kind of mad about that because Sarah.
We were talking about it too in the group chat, like, man, this game.
I was just having to watch. I was just having to watch y'all talk about it. I'm watching the Florida State game because I got to finish the whole game. But these first couple rounds has been really good, and also this is something I also talked about before. Like when you talk about the number one overall teams, like the 4 number 1 seeds. Right now, the best got to be South Carolina with the way that they have been locked in on both ends of the floor. I know that they didn't have like the strongest performance against Indiana in the second round, but they're proving to me that they can win this thing again, honestly. I mean, and it's crazy to think because, people look at South Carolina last year and this year, people could say that they're not strong enough, but they still got the experience over everybody. Texas, they're a number 1 seed, but I'll just call it what it is. I think Tennessee's going to get them out of here. Obviously, USC without Juju. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. USC without Juju.
I think Tennessee can beat them. I think Tennessee can beat Texas.
I think Tennessee get into the Elite Eight, man. I'll be real. Like after they beat South Florida, I was looking at the bracket and I was like, okay, they got Ohio State next round. Then they got Texas. I'm like, there's a chance they could get to the Elite Eight. And it's crazy because me and Jay talked about it like in December. They were like, Tennessee could possibly make a deep tournament run. But that was early. We did. Then they went to conference play and then they were so inconsistent. We're like, oh, damn, we don't know what to expect out of this team. But Tennessee, they just hang their hat on defense and like the way that they can press full court, the way that they sub out 5 in, 5 out, like the way that they do their rotations, I think that's what really disrupts a lot of teams. And I also got to talk about the number 1 overall seed, which I'll just call it what it is. I really have not been that impressed with them. Like I know people can look at the box score. They beat Southern by like 38 points, and then they ended up beating Richmond by I think somewhere around like 20-some points. But don't let the box scores fool you, because in my opinion, they still have not been playing the strongest basketball, honestly. Now, look, I do give them credit because even in the second half of those games, they were able to pull away. But when you look at the first half of both matchups against Southern and Richmond, they were not playing the best basketball. And I keep putting emphasis on it. I don't know why they are failing to run things through Lauren Betts. Like you clearly saw even in the Richmond game, like the game was tied. Lauren Betts was like 7 to 8 from the floor. And it's like, I'm like, why are y'all not utilizing her a lot more? Because she's opening up so many other opportunities, not only for herself, but for other players as well. So I'm going to be real. I haven't really been that impressed with UCLA over the first couple rounds. Even though I do think Kiki Rice had a really good game, in my opinion, against Richmond, but this is the team that's not really moving me as a team that could potentially win a national title this year. And if you ask me, I think Ole Miss has a really good shot at knocking them out. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'll be real. I think anything could possibly happen. But aside from that, I think the first 2 rounds of the tournament have been great, honestly.
What about your thoughts, Lo?
I agree. I think it's been a great first 2 rounds. Like I said, the most I've been impressed with was the game between University of Maryland and Alabama. I wasn't expecting it to be that good of a game, and I actually thought Alabama was going to win. So I was completely wrong.
Were they up by 17? It was about like 17 in the third or some shit like that.
Yeah, Maryland came back. They walked them down at home. Of course, it's easier, a little bit easier when you have the home court advantage. But I just wanted to say shout out to Cheyenne Sellers because I've been on her ass all season.
On it.
I think it's because I have a preference on players that I like, and the type of players that I like are typically athletic guards that dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I see someone's best player not being a dog, it's like a turnoff for me. And
No, I hear you.
that is like Cheyenne has all the tools. She's a 6-foot guard, so at the next level, she'll be a good size in the league to be a guard.
Absolutely.
You know, she's athletic. She can score the basketball. She can defend a little bit. But I always question, like, her motor. Can she go out and get one when her team needs her to get one? And she did that in the game against Alabama, and I respect that. 28 points, shot 40% from the field, I believe. And when they needed big buckets, I think Sarah hit a few more bigger buckets. However, you know, Cheyenne did her thing and kept them in the game and made some big plays, especially, you know, when she's still gimpy herself. She's not 100%. But shout out to Maryland for advancing to the Sweet 16. But I also got to shout out Sarah Ashley Barker, bro. She was hooping. Like,
hooping.
Boards. Like, she was scoring in a multitude of ways, stepping back in the three, operating in the mid-range, taking it to the rack. Like, she was just flat out hooping, dog. And it was just amazing to see. Especially after 2 of their top 3 scorers got fouled out. So she was literally carrying the team on her back. You know what I'm saying?
Free throws at the end, man.
I mean, those 3 free throws at the end where I was nervous for her. Like, I was like, bro, I literally would have folded like a lawn chair. I would have folded. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. I would have at least missed probably 2. I'm not going to even hold you. I'm not going to hold you, bro.
It's that first one. It's that first one too. Like, man, I got to hit
the pressure. Yeah.
Right. When the first one go in, you're a little bit more confident. But man, I mean, just ice in her veins, just cold-blooded. So that was a good game. I wasn't expecting that game to be that good, but that was a good game. Also, just wanted to shout out to Kim Caldwell, because it was so many people saying, like, Tennessee wouldn't get this far. They wouldn't make it to the Sweet 16 with her hockey subs and her full court press all game. What I will say is I don't think that this is winning basketball. I do not think that you can win with only using this style of play. I do look forward to next year, her throwing it in, you know, and using it when they need to speed up the game or when they need to generate turnovers and stuff like that. Like, if she just pulls it out every now and then, I'm fine with it. But 40 minutes of that is kind of ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. But Tennessee did what they had to do, and they're going to the Sweet 16. So I just wanted to give her credit, because tough task. You're coming into such a historic program, you know, coaching them for the first year, and then you don't even really have the players that you recruited. Like, you're taking over someone else's team, you know, and she was still able to make things work while pregnant. Had the baby, came back.
First of all, shocked us. I didn't even know she was pregnant when it came.
I didn't know she was pregnant either. Everybody was like, yo, she had a big belly. I'm like, I ain't seen no belly at all.
That's how you gotta be locked in on the hoops, because I don't even be looking. Like, but yeah, so shout out to her. Just a superwoman in my eyes. Because there's no way I'm having a child and then coming back 3 days later. You got to be out your damn mind.
Out your damn mind.
Yeah, so it's just not happening, like, by any means. And granted, she wasn't coaching the game and stuff like that. She was just on the sidelines. But the fact that she was away from her child, no, wouldn't be happening. But I was a little bit shocked with the LSU Florida State game. I will say that, because I did think that Florida State had a good shot at upsetting LSU. But I think the main thing is in the first half, they were able to come back when Flage and Michaela went to the bench because they were in foul trouble. So once they went to the bench, it was easier to score, of course. And in that second half, when, you know, the fouls aren't really a factor anymore, it got a little ugly. I agree with Nick. I think Timpson wasn't that impressed. I thought she could have did better, because she played phenomenal against the few games I've seen them play. Phenomenal against Notre Dame, phenomenal against the even when I saw at the ACC tournament, like, they didn't play great, but she was still, she was still holding her own. So I just expected a little bit more, and I think it was a missed opportunity, especially because she wants to go to the W. I think it was a lot of eyes on that game, and she could have definitely made, an impact in that. But, Tanaya is still Tanaya, a dog, one of the best players in the country, as Nick says, and which I agree. And I also just want to shout out Diamond Johnson. She should be a first-round pick in the WNBA draft this summer. I know they're going to fumble the bag, but she can hoop at every level, and she showed y'all that. She's played at Rutgers. Where did she go after Rutgers, Nick? She went to NC State. Yep. And then Norfolk. So she's showing you guys that she can play at each level. And I just hope that they give her a fair shot. And yeah, that's what I got for the tournament so far. To be honest, I'm not as excited to watch because Juju is down, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like, I'm just not as excited to watch anymore. I will watch because I'm obsessed with basketball, but I've talked so much shit throughout the year that I was ready. Like, I was just ready for this moment. So
yeah. We was destined for that.
Yeah, we definitely have some good games coming up. Don't get me wrong. We got LSU and NC State. Oklahoma and UConn. I don't think that's gonna be that great, to be honest, but UNC and Duke. So we definitely have some good games coming up, but it's just a little bit different. Y'all know I ride with 12, so
absolutely. I agree with everything y'all was saying. I can't believe I'm about to say this shit, but LSU has really impressed me, man.
Mm-hmm.
They really impressed me. Like, I think I was talking to Jazzy on the timeline, and she had said she had LSU in the Final Four. I was like, man, I don't know about that. But you already know, I already said how I felt about UCLA, and I had NC State beating them. But I think NC State or LSU can probably beat UCLA to get to the Final Four at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, they look really good. Like, LSU look healthy. They look ready to go. Like, they beat the shit out of San Diego State. They went nuts against Florida State in the second half. So I think they looking good. They're like they can make this run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really like I'm with you, Low. Like, man, damn, they got hurt. Juju got hurt. I'm like, man, I don't really want to. I was ready for that UConn and USC Elite Eight matchup. Man, I was ready for that shit. But
yeah,
just real quick. I mean, as I was watching the Florida State LSU game, and I'm just so upset at Florida State. Just like letting them open up that lead. I gotta say, man, Michaela Williams is a smooth scorer, man.
Brother,
like,
man.
The way that she can get to her spots, I'm like, Jesus, like, it's crazy, man.
Like around that elbow to mid range,
yes.
It's automatic. Like, but we saw that last year, though. I was tweeting about it last year. I said this kid is really good. Like, everyone was looking at Angel and Flage, but I'm like, she can really play basketball, and she's great already at what she does. Like, she's just going to continue to get better. And again, it's just a testament to how good that 2027 class is, you know?
Mm-hmm. It is.
And I think she also just understands, like, the situation, too, with LSU. I mean, obviously, Flaw's back, but I'm sure Flaw's not actually 100%, back to her former self. So I think now Michaela's put in a situation where she has to step up as an offensive scorer. I mean, not saying that she didn't before, but a lot of times, she could ride on Flaw's coattails, a few times here and there. But I think now she's really stepping up as the number one option of the team, and she's been able to step up successfully, man. So I got to give her credit, honestly. But that NC State LSU game is going to be really interesting, honestly. And I will say, like, I do believe whoever wins that game does get to the Final Four. So I agree with you, Jay.
So I'm glad you even said that. We can just go ahead and start talking about these Sweet 16 matches, and we can just actually start. We can start right there. I wasn't gonna start there, but since you ended with that, we can start there, and I'll work my way around. But LSU NC State, that's on Friday, 6:30 game, man. Who y'all got?
I'm going
LSU.
I'm probably gonna go LSU.
I think I'll go with LSU too, man.
I don't trust Wes Moore's coaching.
Yeah, I had NC State before the tournament, but I think I'm switching to LSU for sure.
But also, isn't what's her name hurt Trigger Tulsa, or I can't remember her name. The big for NC State.
I know you're talking about.
I don't know. Is she? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I'm not sure.
But I mean, even if she is, they got 3 other bigs back there. I mean, they have a lot of bigs that are big bodies. But she's good though. She can step back and hit the 3. She spreads the floor a little bit more than her other bigs. I really like her game, actually. But I have to go with LSU because my concern about them, I actually had them getting to the Final Four in one of my brackets. My only concern about them was their health, and it looked like Flage, it looked like she's moving decent enough.
Yeah.
Clearly not 100%, but she's moving decent enough to play all these games and get to the Final Four. So I'm going with them. As much as people don't like him, she can coach a little bit. So when it's against Wes Moore, I like my chances with Kim versus him. And I'll also just say it is going to be a hell of a guard type of game. Like,
Yes,
oh
it
my
is.
gosh, it's going to be elite guard play. My goodness.
Mhm. I love me some elite guard play, man.
You know
I
me
love
too.
it. Man, I love me some elite guard play. That should just be special, and that's a lot of them in that matchup. So
Mhm.
we doing a clean sweep there. We got LSU. I think it's gonna happen. This is the one right
For
here.
everybody, that's what I was gonna ask too, Jay. I want everybody in the comments. Who y'all got? TCU or Notre Dame?
Oh well, we're gonna go into that game, huh?
Okay, I thought that's where you were going. That's why I was like, okay.
I wasn't. I was not. I
Oh,
was
okay,
not.
okay.
I was not. Hold on. I'm gonna go to this one. This is the one I'm gonna get to because Nick's been on this in the group chat. UCLA versus Ole Miss.
I'll be real. UCLA is the more talented team. Not gonna
For
take that
sure.
away.
Without question.
Without question.
But,
There's no doubt in that.
however, they don't always play the strongest. And I was even talking with a couple of people about this. Like, I just feel like everybody outside of Lauren Best has not been their best. Like, for instance, like last year, Janiyah Barker was by far one of the best players in the SEC. This year, and I get it, I know that she's in a new situation at UCLA, but look, I mean, she's had her shining moments, but she hasn't been the Janiyah Barker that I thought that she would be, honestly. And I've even noticed that, even throughout the first like couple games in the tournament. Kiki Rice has started to play a little bit better, but she's still not playing the strongest, in my opinion. So that's the thing. Like Ole Miss, like when you talk about offensive production, like if you're watching Ole Miss for offense, don't even watch, honestly. But but the thing about it is that they're gonna compete on the defensive end, and that's why for me it's like I have some belief that they can find a way to win. Because I'll be real, Coach Yo knows how to win in March. I mean, I know I always go back to this game, but that game, I think it was like 2022, whenever they beat Stanford. I think it was either Sweet 16 or Elite. I can't remember exactly which round that was, but just how they compete on the defensive end and how they find ways to just disrupt like the opposing team's best players. Like they know how to win, honestly. So that's why I can't count them out. It's like I said, like UCLA is by far the more talented team, but I'm not counting out Ole Miss to possibly win this game.
Go ahead, Lo.
I mean, I agree with Nick. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's no questions about who's the better team talent wise.
Yeah.
UCLA has one of the best players in the country on their team, and when you have someone that's bigger, taller, stronger than everyone else, you always have a shot to win. So my concern isn't that. My concern is the guard play. Because we know Lauren Betts is going to do Lauren Betts things, whether they pass her the ball or not, she's going to figure it out, right? So it's the guard play. Are they going to get her the ball or are they going to go away from her? Are the guards going to be aggressive or are they just going to chuck threes? Like, so it's those things. And I think what people don't realize is that Ole Miss, they're not going to put up 100 points, but they play very, very good defense. They're always going to play hard. Every Coach Yo team, that's one thing no one can say. Like, they're always going to compete. They're always going to play hard. So I think it'll be a lot better game than some people think. And I think Ole Miss has a shot. I'm still going UCLA just because they got Lauren Betts in the middle. But I think on my bracket, I pick Ole Miss, though.
Ole Miss is going to make this shit ugly. If this is
but that's a benefit to them, though.
Yeah, if it's a close game in our fourth, Ole Miss has a great chance. They can't be getting down 15, 20 points. Like that's the
thing, though. And that's the thing, like, and it's crazy, like Jay pointed out, because like I agree with you, but Ole Miss sometimes they just cannot make the right plays down the stretch. And I know
that's why I say it can't be close.
No,
it can't be close because if Coach Yo got to draw something up, good luck.
Lord have mercy. So, it actually made me revert back to even that first game that they played against USC to open up the season. Like they had a chance to win that game.
They did. They did because they was playing. I forgot about that.
And that's the thing. Like, so it's like they do have like, to me, they have one of the best defenses in the country. And I do have enough of like as far as what it takes to really compete with UCLA. But when it gets down the stretch, I am kind of questioning what Coach Yo is going to draw up.
Well, shit, I don't know. You know what? Now that you say that, because they didn't play that good down the stretch against Baylor. Baylor just was playing worse than them now down the stretch. So I don't even know what.
And that's my worry. It's always a little like if they have to score a lot in the fourth quarter, it's a wrap for Ole Miss. Like it's just a wrap. If it comes down to the final shot and Coach Yo got to draw up a play.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Oh my God! Here,
So with all the conversation around UCLA, are we buying or are we selling on UCLA?
I'm still going UCLA.
And I'm not talking about for the game. I'm talking about for the rest of the tournament. We buying.
I think they out. I think they out in the Elite Eight.
At least by the Elite Eight, yeah.
Yeah, I think they out. I think
because if they win, they would. Because if they win, they would play who next? UConn.
No, they're gonna play NC State or LSU.
Got it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm not high on them at all. I think they're gonna be out by the Elite Eight. That's what I'm going with. Yeah. I'm going with UCLA for this game.
Who y'all got, chat? You got UCLA?
Yeah, I got UCLA. Let us know who y'all got. I'm gonna go finish off the rest of these Friday games. Then we're gonna move over to Saturday.
Nick, who you got?
Goddamn.
He tried to skate away.
He did. I thought. Good looks, Lo.
Well, I honestly don't know. I really don't know who's gonna win. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. I wouldn't be mad at it.
That's how I got talked into picking Vanderbilt on my damn bracket. Listening to Nick.
he got us both.
You couldn't blame me though. You can't blame me for that one.
I mean, that's true. That's true. It was a good game. It went to overtime. It was a good game.
Here we go. We got to do it. Maryland versus South Carolina. I don't think is really.
Honestly, I really want to see how Maryland comes out defense. No. I'm still picking South Carolina. Hang on. Relax, everybody. Relax. I'm
laughing at Lowe's face. Lowe is not going with this shit. About some honestly.
I'm still picking South Carolina to win. But I do want to see how Maryland comes out defensively. That's all I'm going to say. I do want to see how
that man said, honestly, don't come with that bullshit.
One thing I will say, one thing I will say is Don is coaching against one of the better coaches, one of the best coaches that's left in the tournament. So if it comes down to X's and O's, like I don't think it'll come down to the final play, but if it comes down to X's and O's and it did come down to the final play, I think Maryland will have a shot, but I think they're going to lose by at least 15.
Ooh, by at least 15? I like that number.
Yeah. I think South Carolina will pull away in the second half. I think Maryland can
third quarter blitz. Third quarter blitz.
First half.
I can go with that. But I'm definitely going South Carolina. I think that's a clean sweep there with Nick. I'm like,
hang on a minute. Let me explain myself.
Honestly, let's keep this thing rolling, man. North Carolina versus Duke.
Exactly, Jazz. You see him? She said, "Don't change up." South Carolina.
I got to win the whole thing.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, me too.
I got Duke in this matchup.
They 130. They at 130 on Friday. I got Duke in this one as well.
Who is it? Duke versus who?
North Carolina.
You can see it. I got Duke as well.
That's easy. I ain't got too much not too much I gotta say about that. Like North Carolina's not a bad team. I just think
honestly,
Duke's gonna win. It's gonna be an ugly ass game. Yeah, Lamar.
It's probably gonna be low scoring. Mm-hmm.
Yo, that game between them and West Virginia, my God, they were struggling. You hear me? It was it was like 35-31.
But that's how both of those teams play. Very ugly.
Yo,
but like, they're gonna play hard defense. They're gonna play hard.
They were struggling so hard. I was like, God damn, somebody gotta win this
game, bro.
Yeah, like God damn, somebody do something. But yeah, I got Duke winning that one. On to these Saturday games. I'm gonna go to this one first. Notre Dame, TCU. We're gonna get our lick back.
I got Notre Dame.
We're getting our lick back. And I think Notre Dame has found something. I think Notre Dame has found something.
But how is Olivia Miles looking? Because she was not looking, she was still looking hurt.
This rest is good. Good thing they playing. Them playing on Saturday gives them, another day. Because when they blew out, they play Sunday. So, do all that treatment, ice, heat, stem, all that massages. Do all you got to do.
She said that when she woke up that morning, she knew she wasn't playing.
Yeah, it was bad. It was black and blue.
Right before the game, she was like, "I'm gonna give it a go," because they said her ankle was really messed up. So
it was.
Her. I mean, I don't like the kids playing through pain and injury because I think it creates more injury. But shout out to her to knowing how important she is for her team and still going out there and putting it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is the time of year where you just got to thug it out, man.
You do. I thought it was gonna be a close game against Michigan. I ain't gonna lie to you. And
I thought it was gonna be a little closer too.
That shit was not close. Yo, the whole game was not close. That shit was. And Hannah looking like a dog again. Like
and she's bike.
Yeah, like that is right there is what it is. And I like the rotations Ivy's been doing the first two games. Like, they beat the shit out of I don't know who SF Austin. They beat the shit out of them in Michigan. So, but TCU has looked good as well.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna just poo past them, but I got Notre Dame for sure. Nick, who you got?
I got Notre Dame. I actually got them probably by like 20. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Lamar. Hey, South Bend, yo, that's a hard ass place. That place be rocking, and when they get to going, it's hard. I mean, Florida State did it, but it's a hard ass place to win that for sure. But you say you got TCU, Nick?
I did not say that. I said
Oh,
I
I'm
got
about
Notre
to say.
Dame.
Oh, I'm about
I did
to
not
say.
say that at all.
Oh,
I said I got Notre Dame winning by 20.
oh, okay. By 20. Okay, I like this point. What about you, Lo? You got about how much?
I would say Notre Dame by about 12 to 15. I think that they're looking to get their lick back for sure. They shouldn't have lost in November when they did because they were up about 15, 20 points initially. And then they got to playing and one mixtape basketball and lost the lead and just couldn't score. And I think people keep saying like Sedona, like, yeah, she dominated in the post, which she did, but you have to realize that also Koval, like now she has more experience under her belt, and Maddie Westbell wasn't playing. So
Somebody else wasn't playing either for them. Another big wasn't playing either. I mean, that's no excuse to lose, but still.
Correct. It was Liza wasn't playing. Liza wasn't playing. So so they have their full team back now, and I'm interested to see how it goes. But I think Notre Dame, as long as they come in locked in from the beginning, they clear them easily.
I'm with y'all. Chat, who y'all got? Who y'all got in that matchup? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see Hannah going against Haley in this one.
It's gonna be wild as hell.
Hannah was. That's the thing. Hannah gonna have to take it personal because in the first half she was torching Haley. Like I was like, bro, this is why Haley came to TCU to get torched. And then
me and Lo was talking cash shit on the timeline that game.
Hey, Jay, that's the day I made the tweet. I was like, Notre Dame got a good chance of winning it all. Like, and people were like, no, they don't. Like, they was in my
They'll be on
crazy.
your ass, man. They will be on your ass.
Man, they was in my comments crazy. But then look, second half, Haley done turned into prime Steph Curry. I'm like, what the
hell? Yeah. No, she had a great season. She really did. But
shout out to her.
I don't. The time not gonna be crazy if Notre Dame loses to TCU. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold.
If Notre Dame loses on Saturday, y'all probably not gonna hear from me on the timeline for like
me either.
At least a week. I ain't gonna hold.
You're not gonna hear from me. You're not gonna hear from me. I'm not going.
I can't take this many losses in 1 week. First Juju and then Notre Dame. Bro, I can't take this many losses.
Notre Dame. I can't have y'all losing until y'all play in South Carolina. I'm not gonna hold you.
Actually, you know what? My luck been kind of bad, so let me stop speaking on Notre Dame, bro. My luck been kind of bad because I was it's crazy because the day that Juju got injured, like the Lakers played and they got cooked and they pissed me off, and I was so excited. I was like, yeah, at least I get to watch Juju. You know, she gonna make up for the night. Then she got injured. So let me not talk too much cash shit about Notre Dame for something crazy happen, you know. And if it does, y'all just blame me. I'm sorry, for real.
I got you. I'm gonna hold you to that.
For real, because it really is me.
We got Oklahoma versus UConn. I don't think this is. Oh, I forgot to even talk about UConn. Look like a well-oiled machine in the first two rounds.
Correct.
And I think it's gonna continue against Oklahoma.
Yes.
Paige is looking different, man.
Yeah, Paige looking tournament ready, like Lo been saying.
Looking ready.
Sarah is just like the X factor. You have no other team. No team. I can't see Oklahoma having a third player or a second player team and match what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you got what's her name? What do they call it? MAGA Bears or Bears?
Reagan Bears. Yeah.
Who is she? Who's defending her? Sarah? No, it has to be.
Has to be. It has to be Sarah.
What's the other girl's name? What's the other girl in the middle?
I think Sarah might get matched on her sometimes. I don't think she'd be solely on her, but I think she can match on with her sometimes. But they have, but yeah, Reagan said she's not gonna be chasing Sarah at all. But we talking about Sarah might be checking Reagan.
Right.
Yeah,
they might have to send a double.
Boy, if you put Reagan on Sarah to chase her around, he might
Oh,
would just
hell
end the
no.
game. He might
Hell
just end the, he might win the game. But I got UConn by 15 for sure, at least.
I got UConn by 20. 20 to 25.
Okay. Then you know what? You might be right on that. You might be right on that. You might be right on that.
I mean, I'm not even trying to be like, I'm not trying to be funny or rude when I say this, but like they get up a lot of shots, which doesn't make sense when you have a big body such as Reagan in the middle. I just don't see their guard play. I just don't see their guard play matching UConn's guard play.
Need guard play.
And I think the only advantage they really have is in the paint, but I don't think they're going to be able to hang with UConn. I really just don't think so.
No, they don't.
Don't Oklahoma Chavez is coming.
We'll talk. We're gonna talk about that too. The other matchup on Saturday, Tennessee versus Texas. Me and Nick kind of gave away our picks for this one, but I got Tennessee winning this game. Texas just don't do it for me.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been hard on Texas, but I'm going Texas.
I hear you. No, I hear you. Hey, and if Texas do win, I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm just going with
I think Tennessee's going to have an answer for Madison Booker somehow, some way. I don't know if that means matching.
Do they have an answer for Oldacre?
That's a big question. That's the thing is like because Texas is. I mean, that's the thing. Like this is going to be two great rebounding teams, honestly. So whoever crashes the boards is definitely going to win this matchup.
I agree with that.
Especially with both of them, because I think both of them are really great at crashing the offensive boards as well. So, I wonder who they'll match up against Oldacre and Taylor Jones.
It was a good game between them when they played. Was that January when they played? It was like
probably, yeah.
Texas won by like 4, I believe, right?
Yeah, it
was yeah.
So that was a good game there. But I think Tennessee can pull that. I wouldn't be shocked either way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Tennessee gonna blow out Texas or vice versa. It's gonna be close. I just got Tennessee winning that one. Chat, who y'all got?
Another reason why I'm picking Texas is because of Vic Schaefer. He's been there and done it before.
I get that. Coaching matters at this point. Coaching really matters.
I mean, he's just been there. It's different when you get to the Sweet 16. It's different as you advance further. It's a little bit different. Right. And so he's been there, done that. And to be honest, a lot of his teams, like if you go back and look at it, they typically make the Elite Eight. Like that's usually his ceiling. It's like Elite Eight, and then we kind of fall off. So should be a really good game, you know.
No, it should be.
It should be a really good game. So I'm excited to see it. And I also think just the law of averages. Texas has not been playing great. They have to have a good game at some point.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You be spot on with the law of averages. So it just has time. That's how hoops is.
Andrea made a good point though. Tennessee, because Texas can't shoot threes. You right about that. And you know Tennessee gets up a lot of threes.
They do. We're gonna see. This is gonna be fun. I'm still gonna go with Tennessee, but like I say, I ain't gonna either way. I'm not gonna be shocked either way. I
agree. Lamar said Texas either lose this round or the next. I agree with that.
Oh yeah, I got Texas losing. If they get back, I got them losing to Notre Dame for sure.
Me too.
For sure. USC versus Kansas State. Somebody asked about, do we think they can beat them? I think USC can still beat Kansas State. I think they still can. You got them beating. You got who you got low?
No, I agree. I think USC can win.
I got USC winning.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think, and I think it's going to end in the Elite Eight for them, but I think they can beat Kansas State for sure. I think they can. They still have enough. You still got Kiki. You know what I'm saying? You still got players there and then you have a week to prepare without Juju. I know it's probably just hard going through the game plans, but you have a week to prepare. You don't play till Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? So you got a time to prepare for that game, and so it should be. I got them winning that game as well. I don't know about maybe about 10, maybe.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if that game went into OT. Honestly, I think both teams are, if you ask me, evenly matched. Honestly, I mean, Kansas State's a really good team. I mean, I thought they had a really good showing against Kentucky. Obviously, Ayoka Lee. They had Tamira Poindexter, who had a really good showing. Even Serena Sundell had a really good performance as well. So, I mean, I think it could really go either way, but I'm gonna still pick USC to win just because I think if Kiki has as strong of a performance as she did the other night against Mississippi State, I'll give them a chance at winning.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. She has to have She has to have at least 25 and like 7. Like
No, she has no choice.
she has to have at least 25 and 7 for it to even be a game. And I think it really depends on how the game starts. Like if USC comes out very slow and they're like down 15, oh, they're cooked. Like they're gonna be overthinking it. They're gonna be like, damn, we never had to do this without Juju. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's competitive throughout, I like USC's chances. And this is a big moment for the freshmen. Like, y'all got to remember that they play a lot of freshmen. They're a very, very young team. And so I wanted to just kind of shout out to the freshmen for just rallying around Kiki and helping secure the win when Juju went out. And it's going to be a tough task for them to do it because, again, this is a Sweet 16. Stakes are higher. You know, you play a little bit tighter because you haven't been there before. So it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure on them. But I think that they can do it because they have special freshmen at USC.
No, it is. It just sucks, but I think they got it. And like you said, it is different. This ain't no home game no more. You're not in your home building. You're in a neutral site. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be in Spokane, right? How you say?
Yeah,
they're in that region. So, but I mean, that's the Sweet 16 matchups, man, on Friday and Saturday. We will. I don't think I'm gonna be busy, so I think I'm gonna be doing playback on Saturday, especially starting off with the first game with Notre Dame and TCU. So
what time is that one?
That's a noon game, so maybe 1 o'clock for you.
Okay, I could probably.
I think that's when
I should be home.
I think that's when that is. But so man, it's gonna be fun. Who y'all got for that chat? Who y'all got? Not NC State, Kansas State or USC? And we're gonna move on. What y'all want to talk about this? We can talk about this. Let's talk about this transfer portal real quick. It's a lot of people. It's like 800 people, 900 kids in this shit now. The biggest one recently. I mean, I wasn't shocked. I saw people on the timeline that was shocked that it happened. But Cody McMahon from Ohio State is in it now. I don't know where she's going. I don't know if either one of y'all have thought about this, where y'all think she might end up going. Have y'all seen anything? Nick, Lo, have y'all seen anything like where you think she might go?
I haven't seen anything as a recent, honestly. It actually, I ain't gonna say it didn't like surprise me, but it was like I was shocked, but then again, I wasn't at the same time because obviously she was there for 3 years. Ohio State's always been a respected team of the Big Ten, but I think everybody knew that they weren't necessarily getting anywhere. They showed that last year. Then of course they showed it this year too. They say Notre Dame.
Multiple people on the timeline had said Notre Dame, actually.
I honestly wouldn't be mad at that, to be real. I think that would honestly be a really good fit, honestly. I honestly do not think Notre Dame, to be honest.
I didn't think about that one either. Yeah,
but just overall, this whole portal has just been absolutely insane, honestly. And also, by the way, just putting that out
there. 8? Hold on. Notre Dame is losing 8 players if Miles declares. I'm 8?
8 players, really? I didn't think about that.
Liatu, Maddie.
Yeah, they are.
Sonia.
They have 5. You got 5.
Possibly Liv, so we'll put that back down. But that's a possible. Who else? And probably the people that's on the bench. I think Carlin, right? Isn't she a senior?
Yeah, she's a.
Damn, I didn't realize that. Okay, yeah, they need some.
People. Y'all gonna have to go to work, man. Damn.
I saw Sarah Williams linked to Notre Dame. Now people saying that. I love that. I would love to see that happen. They do have a lot of seniors. I think Liv is leaving, especially how she was talking to the crowd.
I think she should leave.
The folks saying Jada from Arizona should go to USC since Juju gonna be out.
That'd be nice, but I'm just gonna be real. I would love to see her in garner the gold, man. That's just my preference. It's probably not gonna happen. Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
Our brother can dream, man.
But you know what, though? I think because Tanaya has put people on, maybe people will want to come play there. For I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being serious. Like, because she has such a great year, led the league and, led the country in scoring. Like, maybe people will want to come play with her.
Boy, if we get the alert that she going to the portal, Nick gonna fall to his damn knees, boy. Right where he is.
That ain't happening. We're not speaking that into existence. I saw what Kid tried to say. Kid was like, "Bring her to South Carolina for what?"
Yeah, for what, man? Yeah, for what?
But Kid and South Carolina fans, they want everybody on the team. So
they do. I'm actually excited.
I get it though. You can get these players. Why not?
Right? Yeah. I definitely would. I'm excited to see where all these different players is going. Some of the I get it, but some of the portal announcers be like, brother, it ain't.
It'd be like they average 0.7 points. Why are you leaving? Just be happy you got a scholarship, sister.
This is not a coaching problem. This is
damn, Nick, you see that? Andrea said, bruh, free Tanaya, man.
Tanaya is good, man. Tanaya is good.
Hey, Nick gonna fall to his damn knees wherever he at. If
Tanaya transfers, I'm not gonna lie.
I will be at that airport. She ain't flying nowhere. Where the hell you think you going?
They gonna put Nick on the no-fly list, acting crazy at the airport.
She can't even clean up her dorm or nothing like that. No, you ain't.
Oh my god, that would fuck up
Florida
that program.
Ain't doing nothing for real.
Oh my god, that's
they
on your thing.
Andre, it's baby steps. Baby steps. I mean, it actually say that. It's kind of hard to say that. Tanaya's gonna be a senior next year, but
you're right. She want a chance to go win it all.
Yeah, I don't blame players their junior year doing it. Like, man, I don't see nothing shaking for next season, so I got to get the hell up out of here. You know, hey, can you enter the portal and then be like, fuck it, I want to go? Like, is it like a grace period that you can take your name out of the portal?
I think it is.
Work? It's a grace period.
Yeah,
I think it is.
I mean, Camille Pierre from Vanderbilt, she was only in there for like less than a day.
But some people were saying that she didn't really.
Yeah, I heard that was false.
Saying that it was just rumors.
Yeah. That's why I was.
Because people don't try to be accurate; they just want to be first to report.
Yes, absolutely. You know how that shit go. That is definitely it. You don't want to HUL.
Let me ask this real quick, Lo. Where do you think Mimi's going?
Oh, they already said she going to Auburn. They said it already.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm. She followed.
Oh, they did?
I'm not surprised.
I thought I sent this. Yeah, I must have sent this to my other group chat. She's following LV to Auburn.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah, me either. I'm not surprised. It's just the somebody from Norfolk State was talking about it. He was like, man, getting the players is not the problem. Keeping them, you know, for mid majors and HBCUs is the problem. Is keeping them, because once they get to going, the big schools
use
gonna
it
poach
as a
them.
stone.
Yeah, so it's like until you get them boosters and y'all get that money over there, you're going to be losing. It's like you're like a glorified JUCO team. Nothing against JUCOs. JUCOs is good. It's important, but that's basically what you are, you know, for the first couple of years for them. So it just sucks.
It does suck. I mean, you know, it kind of hurts seeing, like, you know, coaches and players leave HBCUs, but
you got a family, shit. Hey,
and that's the thing, and that's the thing, because I know people are like, man, I wish he would have stayed and just continued to build there, but he's gotten them to 3 NCAA tournaments. Like, people also, these coaches are real people in real life, and they also have goals and aspirations. So what if this man's goal was to, you know, coach at D1, like you know, another college? Maybe his goal is to coach in the WNBA one day, so he has to continually progress so that he can do it. And it's actually an interesting story how he even came into coaching. Like, he was coaching the boys team, and then their coach either got fired or quit. I can't remember the exact details, but they asked him, like, hey, will you coach for the rest of the season? He coached them for the rest of the season, and then he went over and, you know, and started coaching at Norfolk State and turned that whole program around. So who knows what his plans are? And he went from making, you know, $200,000 a year to over $500,000. That's life-changing money for somebody's family. I would have been about
$300K more. Yeah, $300K more.
Where do I sign?
You got more, and it sucks because it's like this, but you got more amenities, you got more resources. Yep. Like, it sucks. Like, it really, really sucks that it's like that. I do wish that, you know, number one players in the country would go to HBCUs. I really do wish that, but we're too far out from that happening right now.
Yeah,
but I will say this though,
but it's too far.
Right, and I will give credit to Diamond Johnson too, because I think that was a really big move for her to choose a team like Norfolk State, because she honestly could have went anywhere else. I mean, especially coming off the year that she had at NC State, she could, like I said, she could have went anywhere else. But the fact that she chose to go to Norfolk State and pretty much put both Norfolk State and the MEAC on the map, honestly, I mean, not saying by herself, but, you know, she definitely played a role in it. Like, I think that was a really big move, and I think that could possibly help, you know, move forward for a lot of these HBCU teams. So, I mean, there's a lot of good HBCU teams out there. Like, obviously, we saw Southern in the tournament. Norfolk State, Howard's really good as well. So, I mean, there's some competitive teams out there. I just hope that, you know, they continue to progress moving forward.
So, see, my only rebuttal to that is, and LV said it, Coach Vickers said it in the presser. he was saying I put it on my on the timeline, the video in there, but he was saying that before Diamond came, he called Dawn and asked her, do you think her coming to a HBCU is going to affect her draft stock? And it did. Before Diamond went to a HBCU, she was in the first round talks. I haven't seen her name in the first round talk in ages. And so it's like, yeah, she did this cool thing where she went to each school that she was at and dominated. She put on for HBCUs, but at what cost? Maybe her professional career. We don't know.
That is true. I mean, we've all talked about it. Like, I definitely believe that Diamond Johnson is first round pick. I think she's better than, honestly, a few of the guards that are projected to be first round picks, honestly. But I mean, obviously when you go to HBCU, there's not a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying? Most games are either on like HBCU Plus or ESPN Plus or whatever it is. So they don't have that national spotlight compared to like a South Carolina or any other big school, like, across the country. So I get it. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate because she definitely is. I know she's undersized, but it's just intangibles you can't teach. She's a WNBA player. She's somebody compared it the other day to like Odyssey Sims. And I was like, actually, that's a great comparison, but I think skill-wise, she's better than Odyssey. I think Odyssey has
Odyssey might have more athleticism, I'll say.
I think it's because of also her body type. So like, and I was saying this at the game. I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it because y'all know I say whatever the fuck I want to say. But her body gives me very Chelsea Gray stud, but I know
exactly what you're saying.
He is dragging that wagon, okay? Yes. And because of that, it holds her. The law of gravity is going to hold her down, right? And so I agree. Odyssey is more athletic, but like in regards to like her offensive game, I think that in my opinion,
Diamond's better. Yeah, Diamond's definitely better.
That is a good comparison, though. But yeah, I'm with y'all.
They just said it's Harmony Turner going first round. Maybe late first round. It's really hard to choose. I think she could probably go maybe late first round, early second round. But I think she had a really big year this past year for Harvard. Obviously, helping them get to the tournament, helping them win the Ivy League. So I think that helped her stock go up a lot this year.
I think she's first round. To be honest, if we're keeping it a buck, this draft ain't like that for real.
This draft, I agree. It's really not.
It's not as deep as people think. I mean, after you get through like the first four, it starts to get a little.
It can go. Players can go anywhere. Like players can go anywhere after them first, the main names. But it's gonna be like a little. Just take it up and throw it out there. It's gonna be some shockers. I'm pretty sure. And don't be mad. Late second rounder for Turner.
Late second round? Sheesh.
I'm not going that far. No.
I just
it's like Lo said. I mean, this draft is not as strong.
Right. Like name what? Like name 15 girls that are better than her that's coming out. I can't. That's coming out this year.
Second and third, you start gambling. For Harmony?
But I'll be real. I think she could be a really great bench player for a team.
Yeah, give it.
I know the Aces will take her ass.
Give us your list. We're gonna move on. We're gonna round it out with Aaliyah Chavez commits to Oklahoma. I'm gonna say here, man, she was never going to South Carolina. I saw people on the timeline mad about that.
Everybody knew that, right? No.
Man, so you know how like they got them. First of all, I think it was just like I feel like it's like we're gonna put South Carolina on this graphic just to make Dawn look bad. Like, oh, she couldn't land the number one player. She was never going there. So
hold on, no. Let's back it up. But the Aaliyah girl decides who's on those graphics. Like she.
No, what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying is like I feel like it's like we're gonna throw it on there, just what I'm saying, like talking points. She was never going there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think.
You mean once she start eliminating other teams off of it, you think they just kept South Carolina?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like she wasn't going there. Like they just kept it on there for like conversation. Like that wasn't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But
Lamar said she didn't even visit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, she didn't visit. That's wild. I didn't know she didn't visit.
Yeah, she ain't visit. Yeah, like it was like, what the fuck is going on? But we all made jokes about it, but I think it's the best spot for her to go. If we're being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I know some people thought she was gonna go to UCLA. Some people thought she might have went to Texas Tech. I feel like Texas. I don't think she was going there either. They play. She kind of reckless too. I don't know if y'all. She play like a wild style. So I feel like Oklahoma works for her because they, like Lo said earlier, they shoot the rock. They don't get the ball up. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna fit her for sure. So, but what's y'all overall thoughts on her going there?
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm gonna say, I mean, congrats to her. Honestly, I was actually shocked that she chose Oklahoma. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm mad at it. I actually didn't know like where she was gonna go, and I feel like she's been dragging this for a long time too. I feel like I remember like they were announcing times like, oh, she's gonna announce her decision. She's gonna announce her decision. I'm like, dang, when is it gonna be? Honestly, and I mean, I get it now. Look, I mean, maybe she hadn't decided yet, and obviously, you know, when it comes down to like to a college decision, definitely take your time with that. But I agree. I mean, I think Oklahoma could potentially be the great move. Obviously, you know, she can get like a lot of good deals and endorsements out there. Oklahoma's trying to emerge as one of the best teams in the SEC, and obviously, when you grab like the best player that's coming out of this high school class, you know, that definitely helps elevate you. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, and I think I just want to clear up because I think people misconstrued like my tweets about it. I don't care that she's going to Oklahoma. Like, I want her to do whatever she wants to do for her and her family. Like, I don't know this girl.
They was on your ass, boy. They was on your ass.
Like, I've never met her before. I don't know her. Like, I'm happy she made a decision and is going where she wants to go. You know what I'm saying? And so, when I made the tweet about she did all that and then chose Oklahoma, it's just because I was shocked. I really thought she was going to Texas Tech. She's from Texas. They had money to offer her. She would have been the star of the team. And again, I don't know her, but based on watching her film, she seems like she wants to be the star player. So I knew she wasn't going to South Carolina. I knew she wasn't going to Texas because they still got Maddie and Rory. Like, she wants to start immediately and she wants to be that go-to girl. And so I'm interested to see how it works in Oklahoma with Reagan Beers, because since they already like run and gun a lot, it's like now your pace is going to pick up even more. So is Reagan going to be able to get up and down the court? That's number one. And it has to be some type of compromise with running gun, but also slowing it down so she can get her touches too. So that's going to be interesting from a coaching standpoint. But I have no problem with Oklahoma. Like, it was a joke, but I forgot you can't joke on Twitter. Like,
but it ain't shit to do in Oklahoma. It ain't shit to do out there.
And so the funny part is, like, when I said, well, what is there to do in Oklahoma? Like, I was being serious. And the things that people said is weed is legal and they got casinos. Those are the two things that people said. So, I mean, I think it was just more so shocking to me that she chose Oklahoma. Like, if I'm going somewhere and I'm planning to spend possibly 4 years there, it probably wouldn't be Oklahoma. Just Oklahoma.
She's going to be there for 4 years.
Yeah, she's probably going to transfer.
She's going to transfer after her sophomore year.
Yes, right.
Dayshell said she's a female LaMelo Ball. They both play go to hell ball.
Yo, she like reckless with it, yo.
I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna deny that.
She reckless as hell.
I have to watch more film. I was talking about it on the timeline. I haven't seen like a full game. I haven't sat down and watched a full game. I've seen like a lot of clips and different, like, you know, multiple minute clips, but I haven't watched the full game. So from what I saw, she definitely jacks a lot. You know, she, like you said, Jay, she is out of control a little bit. Sometimes she can be out of control, but it looks like she can hoop. So I'm excited to see. Right. I'm excited to see what she can do at the next level. And shout out to her in Oklahoma. I mean, I don't know if I would turn South Carolina down and then go to a SEC team, but hey, it is what it is.
Man, she is. Hey, we're gonna see how it's gonna be. It should be fun. A lot of teams gotta fuck up for her to bring a title to North.
But why was it so awkward when she announced it? She was like, "I'm bringing a championship to Norman," and everybody was like, and then they were like it was no claps. I'm like, what the heck? This is awkward.
No one believes it. That's why. No one believes it. I wonder how they paying her. Like, are you giving her all the money? How you gonna do this? Like, it's crazy. If you give somebody all the money up at once, they're out of there.
And then they leave.
They out of there. You gotta do that shit.
Out of there, boy.
You gotta do that shit in installments, man. You gotta do that shit in installments for sure. You gotta do that. I did
not want her in that Texas offense. I was worried they would not be able to really utilize her. Okay. I was looking up where Norman was. I'm crying because I had no clue where Norman was either. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? But I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't Texas Tech or Texas. So I was like, oh, it must be Oklahoma.
Yeah, like it was. I'm glad you brought it up. That shit was awkward. Her press conference.
Like, go back and watch the video when y'all get off here. It is very awkward. Like, literally, she's like, she starts clapping and nobody's clapping. Nobody, not one clap in there. She starts clapping and she's like, and then people start clapping. Like, it was just weird.
No one believes it. No one. I wonder
what nobody. I guarantee you, Oklahoma probably wasn't even in the conversation before they got out there. Who knows? So, honestly, I don't even remember seeing. I don't even remember seeing them on her list until like the last probably month or so. I don't know. Y'all can correct me, but I don't remember seeing them like on her list. And then all of a sudden, I saw Oklahoma, and I was like, "Oh, they have no shot."
Yeah,
but money talks. Money talks.
Does.
And guess what? It's probably life-changing money for her and her family. So I'm never going to tell. And that's why I didn't understand why people were mad on the timeline. Like, you don't know hoops. Like, Oklahoma is good. And I'm like, bruh, I'm never going to tell somebody to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to tell somebody not to make a decision for you and your family that's going to put you in a financially better spot. Like, it's just my opinion. Ain't shit to do in Oklahoma. And that's still my opinion.
Yeah.
Even hold on, wait. Last thing. Even people who grew up there. I had a few people in my DMs. I mean, in my on the timeline that grew up there. They're like, I'm not gonna lie. I only go back to visit my parents.
So yes, that's all you hear.
That's all I need to know, right?
Mm-hmm. You don't go back only if your parents weren't there. You weren't going back. Basically, what you're saying. Basically, man. Hey, man. This episode 32 was fun. I enjoyed it. It started off a little somber, but we picked that shit up. You know what I'm saying? We got a great week of hoops. I don't know if y'all watched the men's tournament. That's been kind of lit too. But of course, we're gonna be excited for Friday and Saturday for these Sweet 16 matchups. Y'all got anything?
Real quick, since you said the men's. First of all, shout out to University of Maryland, men's and women both being a Sweet 16. You know what the fuck they're doing. But more importantly, did y'all see that last play when I'm sure y'all did when University of Maryland won when Queen hit the shot?
Yes.
Was it a travel?
What'd you say? I gotta go back now.
I gotta go back, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go back now. I didn't even. People was calling it a travel at the.
It was 100% a travel.
Oh,
you can't call it, but it was 100% travel.
Oh, I gotta go back.
But I'm crying. Andre said men play basketball.
Come on, man! Don't do us like that.
Oh man!
Don't do us like that. Please don't do us like y'all do us wrong, man. It's the men's fault. It's men's fault that's why y'all.
That was actually hilarious.
That is funny.
Look at Lamar. That motherfucker traveled all the way back to College Park.
Damn, for real? I didn't even notice that on the timeline.
Because it was so exciting. First of all, it was a very difficult shot. Let's be clear about that. Like fading and then falling to the left too. Like it was a very difficult shot, but he definitely traveled.
I just has anybody been a ref for basketball or anything like that? Because like on plays.
But I thought, hold on, wait. In the NCAA, they don't get to gather. I thought.
Man, see, that's the thing. I hate college. I
don't think they get the gather in college.
When you're a ref, are you watching his feet all the way until he shoot? What are refs taught to do? I just want to know. I was never a ref. I don't want to be a ref. That is just too much pressure of any sport. I don't want to do that. I never want to do that. They don't, but never come.
I should text him and ask him. Actually, I don't
have that is insane.
Not like a professional ref. Like
no. I know that. I'm just saying, like anybody could be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I know I ain't talked to you, but wasn't it travel?
I don't even have his number, so probably, yeah, never mind.
Oh man, I didn't. I gotta go back and look at this. I'm gonna look at that shit tonight. I'm definitely gonna give you an answer. But man, Nick, you got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. You know, appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Shout out to the supporters, shout out to the haters.
Yeah, like and subscribe everywhere. Best damn W show for sure, man. You know, this was fun.
Real quick, y'all know who number one is in our bracket? Does anybody know?
I don't know who this person is.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who it is at all.
But, gift cards, man. Hey, so Jazzy, what's your bracket looking like?
Yeah, Jazzy. Shit, you had. Man, everybody shit looking bad.
I was at 50. I was 50th place, and then the next thing I look, I was in 4th, and I'm like, what? And now I'm back in 50th. So,
damn. Yeah, damn, that's crazy. I gotta go look at that shit, man. Well, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. One band, one sound. Wally, hit us up out of here, man. in
See
this
y'all
shit.
Saturday. Playback.
We love y'all. Sorry we couldn't be here yesterday.